Well, we've made it to day 3, and today we are going to start to plan our relaunch show. Yesterday, we made a list of all of our contacts, and feel free today to continue to add to those people. But with those people in mind, we want to have an event. So we've got this list. You kind of have in your mind, these are the people we're going to be inviting to this relaunch event. And with them in mind, let's create an event. So what we want to do is set a date. We want to do it sooner than later. About 10 days from now would be perfect because we're going to have the time to get the word out and plan it. But you know, with your calendar, if 7 days from now works, go for it. If 20 days from now, there's a reason that that date is really perfect, that's great too. So you just need to get it on the calendar and have a goal that we are moving towards. This is the critical launching point for this relaunch, okay? So we need to plan out a date. So I want you to get your calendar out right now, and I want you to pick a date. Now, here's what we want it to look like. And again, this is your own business. You can tweak this, you can change this up, but if I were planning this for you, I would say pick 2 days. They don't have to be right next to each other, but within sort of a 3 or 4 day period, we're gonna pick 2 days, and we are going to have an open house for as much of that day as we can. If you work full time, then you're gonna have 2 evenings. Or you might want to pick a Friday night and a Saturday because you want to give people the flexibility to be able to show up because they're busy too. So 2 different days. If you can do it all day long, fabulous. If you want to do little windows of time for your open house, that's fine too. But then we also want to have at least one time that we're doing a show. We're going to do a presentation and we're going to educate everybody on our tips because there's a lot of women out there that really want to come. They want to be educated. They want that fun night. And this is where you can have a little bit of fun. You can have prizes. You could have gifts for the people that RSVP. Anything that's like $1 or $2. You don't have to go crazy. You can have a theme. Maybe it's desserts, diamonds and desserts. Maybe you want to have sort of a Mexican theme and tacos, you know, or you can do whatever you want and have a little bit of fun. Is it a celebration? So you're gonna have a cake. Is it your anniversary? So it's an anniversary party. You can have some fun with this, but that's a great time during that presentation to sort of build that theme. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create an invite. Now, you need an invite that you can text out, and you need an invite that you can hand out, and you need a Facebook event if you're on Facebook, because it's a great way to advertise what you're doing and get the word out and build relationships and stay connected. So Facebook events are really helpful. Now, what I love to do is I love to create a textable invite using either Red Stamp or PicCollage, and I'm going to demonstrate for you now how exactly that I do that. And then I post that in my Facebook event, and I also create a Facebook event. So I'm going to walk you through one of my Facebook events and what I post in there for your relaunch. Okay, we are going to look at creating an invite. We're going to start with going to redstamp.com, and if you don't have an account, you want to set an account up so it saves your cards, which is great. But we're going to go over to your account and then contacts and groups. This is where you can add in contacts. Now, you can also create a group. If you are technologically challenged, creating a Red Stamp invite is the way to go. So I already created a new group, okay? I'm gonna cancel because I created one. And then you can just simply add contacts to that group. So I'm gonna cancel. I created a fake contact in there. And so then we are going to use this in just a little bit after we have created our invite. So we're gonna go to collections and to Premier Designs. Now, Premier has created these beautiful invites that we can use. It's easy to use. There's a lot to choose from. You can have a lot of fun just picking your favorite, and we're gonna be able to type right on it. So I'm gonna pick my favorite. This is one I'm currently using. And what's great is you can just click this. This is what I did earlier, and type right on it. You can change the font. You can highlight it, but it's going to change the whole area. You can change that. You can change the format and make it bigger or smaller so that you can print more, fit more in there. You can change the line spacing to spread that out or to make it more narrow so you could fit more in. This is going to spell it out, you know, push it in. So I'm going to go back to that other little bit of a prettier font so we can scroll down. Oh, this one's cute. And then when I go to format, I can make it a little bigger. And I've got my address, and I went ahead and picked a time to do my tips, and then also my open house time. So you can be real specific. Now, you're limited on what you can put on this red stamp invite, but again, if you're technologically challenged, this is easy, it's done. We're just gonna hit next after we type on it. We're gonna say digital, we aren't gonna print it on paper. You can print this on paper later, I'll show you how. So we're gonna hit next, and now what's really cool is, let's say I want to pick this whole group that I've already added people to. So I'll pick that group, and I can write in my little message. So if it was a hostess, I might say that. I'm gonna change this. So I'm gonna not, if I'm sending it to a group, I'm not gonna put a name. So I would say, hope you can make my relaunch jewelry, I don't know how to spell that, jewelry show this month. Make sure you RSVP so that I have a little gift for you. Bring friends. Now, here's where, since there's not a lot of room on the invite, you could add more. You could say, get 5 tickets if you bring a friend. Get a ticket for just attending, and a ticket for every item you purchase. You could talk about your sale. Everything is 20% off. Limited edition necklaces are all just, $20. And bracelets are just 15, and all earrings are 10. Take them home that day with you. Don't miss the great deals. So you can add whatever details that you want in here. You can add your website. Now, you have to put this website in with the HTTP, and so one thing that I do is I just pull my website up in my browser, then I highlight my browser, right, and I hit copy, and then I can come right down here and I can hit paste, and then I know that I have that address in there perfectly, because they don't want you to just put in www. All right, so then we're gonna hit next, and it's showing you what the message, it's gonna be from me, and what email it's sending it to, but it'll send it to that entire group. And I'm sending it to myself as well. It's going to have a link, and I've checked this. This is the invite. This is who's getting it. We've got a fake email, 2 of my emails, and we can actually send ourselves a test email, but we'll go ahead and hit send. So that's fun. And it's that easy. Now, some of you might say, okay, well, I want to do more. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how I use some different apps to make this invite more of my own. Okay, now we're actually in the Red Stamp app on my phone. And so again, I'm going to go to Collections. I'm going to go to Premier Designs, and I want to pick that same invite. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit send right now and make it a digital day. And I'm going to save that image into my phone. Now, I'm actually going to go into the app, which is free. It's called PicCollage. And I am going to add that picture into the app. You can see I can move it around. I'm doing this on my phone with my fingers. Now I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to double click it and I'm going to go to effects. Now you have a lot of things down here, but I'm going to go to crop at the bottom. And I am going to get rid of that little red stamp. And by the way, you can pay, I think, I don't know, it's under $2 to get rid of the PicCollage little wording on this app as well, and I highly recommend it. So I'm going to hit apply. Now, I'm going to do something really awesome. This has a white background. I need a lot of room for my invite. I love that it says new jewelry is always a bright idea, and I love that Premiere is on there, but I know that I'm going to be covering that up. So along the bottom, you can go to this little thing called draw. Make it the biggest option on the far right and select the color white. Now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to select black for a second just so you can see. See how I can write on here? So I'm going to hit the far left button, which is the eraser, and I'm going to erase that all off of there. And instead I'm going to hit the far right, but I'm going to select white since my background is white. Now, check this out. I'm going to erase those words. I'm just using my finger and I'm going over this. Now, if you accidentally hit some of the graphic or something you didn't mean to get rid of, you can hit that eraser and it'll come back. So I just get rid of all that because I need all that space. So now I'm going to hit apply and done. And I'm back in my invite. Now I can still make this big. I can double click this and I can say, make it my background, okay? Now what's good about that is that I can now type all over it and move things around and the background's not gonna move. Because in PicCollage, what you're gonna see is everything's layered. So I'm gonna add a text. Now once I do this the first time, and add this, I can just keep changing it. So I'm going to say Angie Smith. Now, notice this A on the far left. I'm going to click it. I can now change the type of text. So let's say I want it to be really fancy. This one, that one. Just got a text from my son. Okay, I can change that however I want it to be. And then I'm going to take my fingers on either side of the word and I'm going to stretch it out. So these are my fingers on either side of the word. I'm going to stretch it out. See this little arrow? I can just drag that and make it bigger. Now I don't really like that color. So I'm going to double click it and change the color to something that matches the invite. Pink is pretty, maybe a blue. Blue is cute, right? And I hit the check mark. That's kind of light, huh? So let's pick something different, just something. Pink is probably good. Okay, now I hit the plus at the bottom and I hit text and I can add more text. Now, I am going to actually show you one I've already done. So I'm going to hit done. Okay, I'm going to go to down in the far left corner, my collages. And I am going to just select this invite. I adjusted the information just so you can see what I've done. I've added all of this text. Now let's say that this is the invite I've already made and I want to change it to another hostess. All I do is double click that and I change her name. Oops, spell it right. And hit the check mark. And then I can change, I can just double click, change the address, change the time. Pretty much everything's gonna stay the same. My style steel will stay the same. I'll double click down here and change her phone number. Now this is actually a picture I created in PicCollage so I could just use it. And it has all of my information on it. So I can kind of make this, whoops, see everything I can double click and change and make bigger so you can kind of see, it's just got my information on there. So that's on everything. So now in the upper right hand corner is a little arrow. I'm going to click that, click that, click that, get it all back. So now I'm done. I will save it to my library. And then it's a picture in my library. All I need to do is go to my pictures and text it out. So it's really easy. And then I can go to Facebook and I can post it. So let's look at Facebook next. Okay, so I didn't want to show you any actual Facebook event. So this is one that is a fake Facebook event that I create, and I sort of dump different cute little pictures that I've come across. But basically you want to have a banner, you want to title it, and then under the, so if we edited this, this is what I will put into all of my events. I just have a little fun paragraph, and when I want to do a new event, I'll just copy that and then paste it in the new event, so it's really easy. And then you'll make whoever your hostess is your co-host, so she can invite friends and put the day and the time of the event and where it's located so people can find it. And then what you're going to do is you're simply going to want to just come here and put your website, right? So mine is stylewithjuliedavid.com. And then when you post that, it'll be your website will be on there. But then I also wanted to show you how simple this is. You're just going to add a photo or video and then click the little plus sign. And then you will just go down to wherever you go for your photos. And I'm going to just scroll down. And there's that invite that we created. So we're just going to open that up and it'll be right there. And so you can actually post a picture of the invite we just created because it's just a picture. Okay, so you can post your invite here. And then if you're not familiar with this, you would just hit invite and you would choose your friends that you want to invite. And you would just click as they pop up, anybody that you want to invite. And of course it's taking forever, who knows why, but you would just select these folks and they would pop up here and then you would send them invites, okay? And the key thing too with Facebook is that you're gonna want to message people and you're gonna wanna send text messages to people and let them know about the event, the Facebook event, so that they are seeing it. And you want your hostess to be commenting and liking things because whatever she comments and likes, then other people within the event will notice more since she is friends with them. So these are just fun little things that you can post. People will make comments. I post videos. You could have specials for different items. Just little fun things that are going to catch their attention, be educational, and fun. And I love just being able to see who is coming and the comments that they make. So little fun things. As you find them, just save them. So I love this. I also love to have people vote because then I can see who's participating and I give them extra tickets for my drawing. So Facebook events, super helpful. Love it. This was actually my clothes on my bed, and I used PicCollage to add that. So super fun, super easy. A lot of these things are made in PicCollage. I didn't make that, but see this right here? You really want to pay the couple bucks and get rid of that because doesn't this look so much better than having the PicCollage logo there? So definitely worth it. To just fun things that you can add. And oh, I love to go live. So in every event, I will introduce myself and go live and just give them a little tip or trick within the event so that they are familiar with me and they'll come to the event and they'll say, wait, how do I know you? You saw me in the event. So posting the opportunity, things about my little videos, just fun little pieces of jewelry. So these are just some different things that I've posted in an event. And then, of course, you can be talking to your guests. I tell them when things ship. But the biggest thing is getting that invite posted and watching how many people are saying that they're coming and being able to sort of keep track of that. So hope that helps you when you're getting ready for your relaunch. You'll definitely want to go live within this event if you have the capacity to do that and invite them to come to your open house, post specials, This would be a great thing to do, by the way. This is just, I just took a picture of my jewelry on my wood floor, and I went into PicCollage and I added a special price. So this isn't even retired. So you could do this with retired jewelry. You could do it with non-retired jewelry, things that are on your table, specials. This would be, if they're coming to the open house, they can pick this piece up. Or you could have things that they could order. It's whatever you want to do, but your event is a great place to post these fun little sales and deals. First come, first serve, get them being active, excited to come and see you, and schedule a jewelry show. All right, girls, so I hope that that helps you as you're relaunching your business to utilize Red Stamp and PicCollage. And again, if you're stressed out, then use Word, use the postcard invites, but get the word out. All right, I'm gonna show you how you can print out your invites. And you might do this on your computer using Word, but I'm gonna use iPages since I have an iPhone. And when you open it up, you're going to say Create New. And I like to use the landscape version. And then I'm gonna hit the plus at the top. And then I'm just going to go to my photos, pick my invite, and now it's real big, so I'm just gonna drag it with my fingers, and see the blue little dots? I can drag those until it's smaller. And I'm just gonna push it off to the side, and then I stick my finger on it and highlight it. And then it says I can copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it. And I put 2 on a sheet, and I kind of get it big enough. Now I have AirDrop with my printer, which is so fabulous. If you do not have that, then you could email this to yourself, or you could just do this right on your computer. But if you're technologically savvy and have AirDrop to your printer, then I'm gonna hit these 3 dots and say print. I select my printer, and I can actually see how it's gonna print. Looks good. Now I did notice that it's 2 pages, so what I'm gonna do is just simply tell it that I want it to just be page 1. And then I hit print, and it'll just go to my printer, and I can tell it how many copies I want. Whoops. So I can, and then I just slice it with a paper cutter, and I give those to my hostess when I home hostess coach her, or if it's my relaunch, I would simply hand them out myself. Okay, I thought I would show you one of my recent invites. It wasn't a relaunch show, but same type of idea. It was a personal home show to celebrate saying goodbye to the retired list. So you can just kind of peek at that. I did that on PicCollage. It's a lot of different things. So I can move all these things around. You can see just using fun things that I find online. Bring that back. All these things are just different things in the PicCollage app. This is just a text with a solid color background. There's my little business card again, my information. So just wanted you to kind of peek at one that I have done. Here's another one that I did. Another one. So I hope that gives you some ideas on creating your Facebook event and creating your invite.